Right, well, James, thanks very much for joining us here at Sense Music Media. Today we are chatting with yourself about your band ROLO Tomassi and some plans you have coming up in the very near future. Now, before we start diving into those plans and what's happening in the future, I'd just like to give you guys a massive apology. It appears that I have slept on your band. I've been aware of you guys for quite a while. I mean, you started really kicking things off in the late 2000s. So you've always been a name that I've known. From what I've checked out of you guys in the past, it's always been pretty like cruisy, sort of mathy, post-rocky stuff is was my take on you guys. So when I got told we were going to have this interview, I thought, well, I better bone up real quick. So I chucked on your video clip for Closer. And I'm
hmm
like, yep, this is the Rollo Tomassi I know. This is exactly what I was expecting. And then I thought, yep, let's move on to another one. And I put on Cloaked, and that shit kicked my ass. I'm like, holy shit, have I got this band very, very wrong? So I then went down the rabbit hole. I kicked off, started playing your Untitled EP. Um, I am a massive fan of Horse the Band, and I wrestled a bear once, and that just sounded like married.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought I'd better start off with this apology. Um, the best thing for me out of this is that I now know I've got like five, six albums of stuff to go through, and
Yeah.
I am excited.
Cool. Very cool. I mean, yeah, like we've got like you said, we've got quite a deep back catalogue at this point, and even around those albums, there's EPs, there's like a compilation that puts together all the B-sides and split 7 inches and earlier material, and it's yeah, it's nice to know that some of it's clicking for you. I yeah, hope you enjoy getting more involved with the listen.
Oh no, I said I'm very, very, very keen. I mean, look, I always liked the cruisier post rock stuff as well. There's like some huge moments, like especially like in Closer when it gets towards like the later half of the track and like
hmm
it kicks in. So those dynamics have always been there. But yeah, I wasn't kind of really prepared for the double kicks and screaming and stuff like that. Like yeah, I said I've slept on you guys. I didn't know that was part of your repertoire, and yeah, I am all in now, and I'm very excited for what we're now going to go on and talk about. So, what has been going on with the band? Why are we talking?
So we are about to come over and play some shows in Japan and Australia. It'll be our first time that part of the world since 2016. We were due to come over in 2020, but the pandemic put a bit of a hold on that. And since then, we've released a new record. Well, in fact, we've released two new records um, in between our last visit to Oz and this current one. So we've got like two of our favorite albums worth of material to come and play, which is really exciting. I think sometimes, when there's just a handful of songs you can put into a set, it doesn't quite feel fully refreshed, but it's almost like this time around we're going to come over and be sort of a different version of the same band. We are currently about to release a live album as well.
Hmm.
So we played our biggest headline show last year in London, at a venue called the Electric Ballroom, and it only felt sort of fitting to document that. So it was recorded and it's been mixed by the engineer that works on, well, the producer rather, I should say, that works on all of our studio albums. So we're super happy with how that sounds and how it looks as well as like a full concert video. So while it's been maybe like a slightly quieter year in terms of concerts for us, we've definitely had like projects kind of bubbling in the background, and yeah, we're all extremely thrilled to be flying out to Oz. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, amazing. And so yeah, I definitely knew the Electric Ballroom live record was coming out. I yeah didn't know that you were going to do the video side of it as well. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. Some of my favorite musical albums are live albums and accompanying DVDs slash videos with them. So as a like a new rabid fan, having not only an album coming out that I'm going to be able to get on the ground floor with, but yeah, some video to watch along with it to get more of the visual side of it is going to be amazing. But I'm also very much hoping that I'm going to be at one of these shows. I'm going to make sure
Oh,
I'm at one of these shows in Australia so I can experience that for myself.
nice.
I am in Brisbane, so I am very much keen to catch the date on the 5th of October. That's
Yeah.
actually very close to my birthday, so thank you for planning my birthday party for me.
we did it all for you. It's all good. Yeah.
You do, you do.
Yeah.
So coming out to Australia, you're going to be playing with another band.
Yeah, so we are on tour with Sleep Makes Waves and Light, who are from Japan. We were due to come and play with Sleep Makes Waves in 2020, and yeah, that didn't happen. But I was fortunate enough to meet them earlier this year at a festival they were playing in Belgium that I was just attending. And we have a lot of mutual friends. They seem like absolutely lovely chaps, and I think we're gonna have a good time hanging out. Like, it's kind of really important for us that the sort of social side of it around the shows is good because we're kind of good time guys and girls and just like to hang out. It's like it's a big part of it. And then Light, I saw earlier this year at Great Escape Festival in Brighton. They are
Mhm.
phenomenal musicians, and I think it'll be a real treat getting to watch them play every night.
Yeah, that'll be wicked. And yeah, bringing a band from Japan with you over here as well. I hadn't gotten that far through, I guess, yeah, the tour announcement to see that part of that's going to be wicked as well. Is there more you can tell us about that band? Are you
It's
familiar
sort
with
of it's very mathy, like I guess mathy, like indie. There's definitely hooks and sort of singing parts, but just the musicianship and the composition is just like superb. I think based on the things that you've just said you like music wise, I would recommend checking them out. To be honest, I think they've been a band probably longer than we have, so like 20 plus years. I have no idea where I would recommend you start in their back catalogue. Um, but again, live, it's just a real spectacle. I mean, I'm so into just watching people that are that kind of locked in and that good at playing their instruments. I'm always going to enjoy that. So
Yeah,
it's
awesome. Hopefully, sorry, no, go on.
no. I was just gonna say it's gonna be cool to get to watch the show like multiple nights in a row.
Yeah, wicked. And yeah, I was hoping my keyboard clicking wasn't too loud there because I was furiously searching them up
Oh,
and
not at all.
getting ready
Yeah,
to add them into the playlist to check out as well. So yeah,
yeah,
between you guys, them, and Sleep Make Waves, this is going to be a show packed full of proggy, mathy, erratic goodness. So yeah, this is
totally. And I
just
think it's
sounding
I think it's
cooler
a
and cooler.
package. I think it's a package that really kind of complements each other. There's definitely variety, even if it is sort of like a coherent, cohesive package. We kind of, I think we're a little, I would say we're a little bit heavier than the other two bands, but there's definitely this sort of overarching like post theme across the evening. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really special.
So speaking of the post mathy rock scene, you guys are from the UK. How is your music being received over there? Who are the vanguards aside from yourself? Like who are the bands that you really gel with and uh, think are that right there with you with the style of music that you play?
I mean, stuff here is good. Like, so Eva, our singer, is based in the US now, and that kind of means that we have to. We're not like playing one-offs or playing the UK heaps. It's more something we do like every kind of touring cycle. We've played outside the UK more than we've played in the UK in the last couple of years, but that's like fine for us because we like traveling and we grew up playing here, and it's always going to be home, and the shows here are great, obviously. In terms of I don't know bands that I like from the UK that are doing the heavy thing as well. Obviously like names like Loathe, Harriet, uh, and Conjurer, like bands like that. I think again, I wouldn't say that they're. It's not like exactly the kind of stuff that we're doing, but they're kind of part of a sort of movement of heavy alternative music, and I really rate all of those bands and think they're all doing something really cool.
Yeah, awesome. Because we're one of the festivals around the whole world that I'd really love to go to is the UK Tech Metal Fest that they have.
Yeah.
Discovered one of my, I mean, so many favorite bands. Discovered one of my favorite bands through watching videos of that festival as well, Frontiera.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you see them when they came to Australia?
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, front and
Oh,
center the whole time, just getting
nice.
obliterated. It was amazing.
Oh, Yeah, we played with those guys in Glasgow festival. I want to say it was August last year. That was the last UK show that we did was in Glasgow at Core Festival, and yeah, Frontiera played like a couple of bands before us, and they're awesome live. It's really really cool. It's just absolutely relentless.
Yes, yes, that is the word to describe that band in the
Yeah.
best way. So yeah, there's I mean other bands that come to mind from the UK in the Mathy area are Earth Tone 9, which has been a long-term band that I've loved as well, and the Safety Fire, who are no longer with us.
I know that name, but I'm not sure I ever listened to the Safety Fire. I mean, I think Earth Tone Nine's sort of biggest claim to fame. So we have another festival in the UK called Arc Tangent, which again is very much
Yes.
post everything, and their festival's named after a song that that band did. So like, what greater tribute to your band being kind of like standard bearers of sort of mathy alternative stuff that a whole festival gets named after you. And I guess like smaller world stuff, our producer Lewis produced their record and I think was playing bass for them or was going to play bass for them for a little bit, but then their other the original bassist maybe was available or something. So there's little strands that tie it all together.
Yeah, crossplay. That's amazing. The techie, proggy, mathy UK family all coming
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
But yeah, if you haven't checked out the Safety Fire, definitely check that out. And then they kind of grew into another band called Good Tiger, which is also amazing. But yeah, you've given me plenty of bands to check out and play my discovery once I've gotten through all of your music and prepared for that, because that is
Oh,
going to take priority. Hopefully, I've given you some cool songs for your playlist as well, and something you might be able to get to listen to while you're flying for 16 hours, or however long it's going to take
yeah,
you to get to
yeah.
Australia. But otherwise, yeah, we're yeah, awesome. To speak on behalf of all of Australia, we are very keen to have you here, and we can't wait
Awesome.
to see you in a month or so.
Fab. Well, look, we're looking forward to it, and yeah, it'd be great to see you.
All right, amazing. Well, you have a lovely day, and thanks so much for talking to Sense Music Media.
Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Absolute pleasure.